Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Love for Intuitive Astrology. So my name is Michelle and I'm an intuitive astrologer, and I'm going to talk today about the really rare event of the total solar eclipse in Aries, okay? And this will happen on the 8th of April at 19 degrees and 24 minutes. So check in your chart if you have any planets in Aries around these degrees, because then you will be highly impacted. In general, people are gonna feel it, okay? And I will start off a little bit to explain about this total eclipse in general, and then I will explain each and every single sign to you. And I always recommend you to watch your sun sign and your rising sign. And if you want also your moon sign, those are the most accurate, okay? Just keep in mind that this is a general reading. I do private readings. You find my email in the description box below. So let's start. Let's look into this super rare total solar eclipse, okay? We're gonna have 4 minutes of darkness. However, this is not going to be seen everywhere. It will be seen around the US, okay? Canada and Mexico. However, it's not advised to look straight into the eclipse, okay? Unless you have special glasses. I think they have these special glasses. But at the same time, you know, it's always kind of a weird energy, especially with a total solar eclipse. Like the last one was in 2017. And the next one is going to be in 2044. So can you imagine how rare that is? And when there is darkness, right? So the moon is going to be in between the earth and the sun, blocking the sunlight. So when it's dark, right? Like when we meditate, we go within, and through darkness, we see where to go next. When we look at a new moon, it's a new beginning, a new start. And then we look at Aries, and Aries is about new beginnings. It's about your identity. It's how you are stepping up in life, how you are a leader of your own life, okay? And this new moon is in a conjunction with Chiron, the wounded healer. So it's going to be uncomfortable. You're gonna feel some tense energies, you know, around eclipses. Usually there's a little bit of a tense energy in the sky. Like, let me know in the comments if you feel that. But usually I'm always feeling a little bit of this threatening energy. And this is like indicating that some things need to change, right? Some things you have to face. And sometimes you need to be in complete stillness, in complete darkness, to see what's really going on. And you're gonna have to feel and sit through it, okay? So the only way to heal Chiron, right? The only way to heal is to really sit into these uncomfortable pains, old woundings, and feelings, right? Also, eclipses will push you in a new direction. So I would say, because I don't like negativity, I think even negative events can really show you something, can really push you towards something new. And this is what eclipse seasons are doing, right? And this is going to bring you in a new direction, right? First sign in the zodiac, first house, is ruled by Aries, and this eclipse is really gonna bring in some uncomfortable vibes, but also it could even be a bit of a lucky break, because Jupiter and Uranus are in a conjunction. Uranus is unexpected, okay? It's everything unexpected, and Jupiter is expanding it. So this could mean that some of you are definitely going to have a bit of a epiphany, like a breakthrough, right? Like maybe you're starting to see something that you haven't seen before. And you know, this aha moment when you're kind of forced to sit in the corner, to sit in the same spot the whole day. You're feeling emotional, uncomfortable, and suddenly there's this moment like, now I understand why I'm feeling this way. Now I understand what I have to do. this is going to be this total solar eclipse, okay? Uncomfortable, but at the same time, it's going to be a breakthrough. And it's going to show you where to go next, okay? So people do tend to have a lot of thoughts, you know? I'm saying it's uncomfortable, but at the same time, I think it's a blessing in disguise. So sit with yourself during this day. Be very gentle, okay? Be gentle with yourself. If you can just relax, right? I would definitely do so. Don't be too hard on yourself this day, and let your emotions and your thoughts guide you, because they're going to tell you a lot. We have Saturn in Pisces, right? And this is so key, because Saturn in Pisces, I mean, Pisces rules the 12th house. And this means that everything in the 12th house is really breaking down karmic cycles. So we have the planet of karma, right, in the sign of the 12th house, which is the last, I always call it the last piece of the puzzle. This is where you break down the karmic cycles. So you're going to be made aware of some of your karmic cycles, some things that have been repeating itself over and over and over again. Let me know in the comments, like, what's your cycle? I mean, we all have them. We all have cycles that keep repeating themselves. And sometimes they're so in your face because they want you to see it. They want you to acknowledge it and learn from it, okay? It's not like a punishment. It's just something that's going to help us evolve to the next level. And sometimes we have to feel a bit uncomfortable to get there, okay? So yeah, we have a conjunction with Saturn and Mars. So this is not about moving forward very fast, because Saturn will hold you back. It's saying, okay, don't go too quick, take it easy, and go within and see what it is that you can change so you can move forward, okay? Venus. So Venus is in Aries. We have a lot of planets in Aries, okay? So I would say a lot of fiery energy, but at the same time, this is not the time to take a lot of action. This is time to write your ideas down, set intentions, and, you know, be with yourself. This is a good day to do that. So Venus is in a sextile with Pluto, okay? This is I kind of like this placement, right? It's much better than Pluto square Venus, which is going to confront you with a lot of karma related to money and love. I would know because I have this in my chart and I made a video about it, which I think is going to help a lot of people. But yeah, there is some kind of intensity when it comes to love, when it comes to money, but you're gonna feel like you're going to be on top of it. So anything that has been preventing you from being in a healthy relationship, or maybe you are in a relationship, but you're not feeling comfortable. We have the South Node in Libra, okay? I've been saying this is the year where a lot of breakups happen, okay? And this is not to be negative. Any relationship that's meant to last will last, but sometimes they are just not good for you anymore. And Aries wants you to step into your own power, into your own leadership. So only the relationships that will help you be your best version will stay, right? If not, the South Node in Libra will cut it off, okay? And Libra is not just the sign of relationships. This is also about justice. So in a way, a lot of you can see justice in certain situations, things working itself out, things are coming to the light, okay? Especially by the end of the month, we're still gonna have full moon in Scorpio as well. This is all about getting the truths out. We have a square with Pluto. So there will be a lot of justice, there will be a lot of clarity, and things will come to the surface. And at the same time, I don't know if you all noticed, but the vibrations on Earth are rising. That's why things are shaking up, right? Especially with Uranus, also now with Jupiter. Things need to shake up right? In order to expand. Jupiter wants to expand. So anything that's a bit shaky, that is not serving you on your spiritual journey, has to go, okay? At the same time, it's in the sign of Taurus. Taurus is about the financial sector. So there could be some changes there, you know, banking systems. Maybe there could be like an outage or like some disturbance with electricity or the internet. But later on, that will help rebuild something safer, something better, okay? So yeah, there could be some lucky breaks with money as well, but you need to learn how to deal with your money and work with it in a, how do you say, like distribute it in the best way possible, okay? This whole new moon is not only in a conjunction with Chiron, but also with Mercury. And Mercury is the planet of communication. It's also going to be in the sign of Aries, okay? And it's retrograde. So at the same time, around this day, I wouldn't recommend, or, you know, April in general, be aware of signing contracts, because it's not the best time unless you have Mercury retrograde in your chart. That's gonna be different. Unless you're going back to an old company and something you've done before, then it's totally fine, but it's not a great day to launch new stuff. I would wait until after April. April is quite a shaky month, okay? It's gonna bring a lot of new beginnings, but if you can avoid like buying electronics, all these kind of things, I would definitely do that. I would wait a bit, okay? First, like, this is a month to go within and to really find out what it is that you want to do, where it is you want to go, and reflect on it. This is the time to do that. With the South Node in Libra, I'm also seeing a lot of people coming back in your life, okay, depending on where Libra is in your chart. So it could be like a lover coming back, this could be a friend coming back, but definitely things are being set, right? Things are being set, and everything that's meant to come back will come back around this time. This also has to do about balance and justice, okay? What else? Did I forget to say something? I think I got it quite covered. Yeah, everyone, I haven't posted that many videos because I was on a holiday and literally work has been crazy. I'm doing as much as I can, you know. I'm so grateful for all the readings and all the people I get to meet. And yeah, so I've been working on a lot of readings, and of course, you know, my clients go first, so I had to wait a little bit until I could make this next video. But honestly, I'm super excited to be back, and I'm super excited to make this video and to talk about this super like rare event, because it's going to be quite a tense situation, but also it will bring the necessary new beginnings that we need, right? So I think I'm ready to go to all the signs. Yeah, I'm ready to do that. Let me I have the chart down here. Let's go to Aries. So Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So if any sign is going to be impacted, Aries, I have to tell you, it's going to be you. You're going to be highly impacted, especially if your birthday is around the 8th of April. This year will bring a lot of changes, a lot of shifts, okay? People will go from your life, things will shake, shift, and change, okay? And you're gonna have, well, Venus in the first house, this new moon, the North Node, Chiron, and Mercury retrograde, okay? So there might be some misunderstandings. This will be especially in relationships, okay? So some of you are really seeing some shakeups maybe in your romantic relationships. You have the South Node in the 7th house. Some of you are going through a breakup and you're feeling like, you know, I'm going to start my own path. I'm going to do it alone. right? Or you're taking a break from each other where you're saying like, I'm gonna focus on the things that I want to do. Okay, and you're just staying together, but your focus is a little bit more on you. Okay, any healthy relationship, like I said in the introduction, the South Node will cut off only what is not serving you for your highest good, which is the North Node, the destiny, the new start, right? So if your relationship is hindering you from being your best self, then it will be cut off. At the same time, the South Node can bring people back from your past, and especially, you know, someone that can help you be the best version of you. Because sometimes we need to reflect a little bit on who we are with someone else to get to know ourselves a bit better, right? To be a little bit more aware. You have Saturn and Mars in the 12th house. So Aries, you're breaking down a lot of karmic cycles, okay? And this could be very uncomfortable because we're dealing with Mars here in the 12th house. So there could be some gossip going on or some rumors that are true or not true. But you're gonna have to really go within, and you might be a little bit angry, right? Like anger might come up, you might feel uncomfortable, and now it's time to look within to break down these subconscious cycles that, you know, are firing you up at this time. Okay, so things could be uncomfortable, but at the same time, you're going to see things so much more clear. So I do recommend you to meditate around this time, even though there are going to be a bit of restless energies because you know, a lot of fire and a lot of planets around your sign. So there's going to be a lot of restless energy, but, you know, do the best you can. If you're an early degree Aries, you're going to have Neptune as well, very close to your ascendant, sun or moon. So you will see you can get a lot of intuitive insights around this day that are going to help you move forward. Okay. So yeah, anything to help you break down karma, it's going to be great. Like do some type of ritual, some hypnosis, self-hypnosis, whatever you're into. Like this is going to help you break down a lot so you can start something anew. Jupiter and Uranus in the 2nd house. Okay. This is beautiful for income, money, unexpected money, right? Maybe you're doing something on the side that's gonna bring you some extra money. You could get news about a raise, earning more, getting more clients. Let me get you a card, Aries. All right, 8 of Wands. Look at that. So many opportunities, right? And sometimes you get so many opportunities that you need to learn how to filter. Like, what am I gonna choose? What am I going to focus on? What is going to be my focus? So you will be confronted with some choices, and you know, some of those choices is also filtering who you want to keep in your life, especially when it comes to friendships. With Pluto in the 11th house, you're going to be confronted with, you know, maybe some jealousy from friends or some envy. But there is going to be a transformation happening, and Pluto doesn't say cut off, right? Pluto just shows you what has been hidden within you and others, so you can transform and become the best version of yourself. So your friendships can even become better as long as you talk about it. All right, the Devil, right? And I don't want you to fear that, but we all have this side in us, right? Because I'm feeling that because of so much fiery energy, you might become a bit impatient, but I feel that this is the best day to confront everything uncomfortable, so you can finally let it go and step into your power, because there will be a lot of opportunities for you and around you, and now is the time to let go of the bad cycles, the karmic cycles that have prevented you from being truly you. And you know, sometimes you have to filter, right? You can't take it all. So this is all about this is also about, you know, greed. Like, choose what you want to keep and let the rest go. Queen of Swords, right? This is about saying no, having good boundaries, Aries. Like, if people don't respect your boundaries, well, that's not your problem, okay? You're gonna have to look within and see what you're comfortable with. Feel what you're comfortable with, okay? So you're gonna be 9 of Wands. Otherwise, it's gonna be too exhausting. You're gonna have too many things going on. So filter. Like, if I have to give you a keyword, Aries, it's going to be filter, feel, go within and see what it is that is no longer serving you. Where do you want to go? And be truly honest with yourself. So this is my message for you, my amazing Aries. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below how this resonates with you. And I hope to see you next time. So let's move on to Taurus. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, okay? We have this total solar eclipse at 19 degrees on the 8th of April in your 12th house, okay? So if we're talking about breaking down karmic cycles, right, which is going to happen for all the signs, but you also have a lot in the 12th house. And 12th house is about past lives. It's about subconscious feelings, everything hidden. So you will be confronted with some uncomfortable feelings, okay? And yes, you've been a very, very lucky sign because you have Jupiter in the first house and Uranus. And, you know, this is going to help you bring optimism in facing some of your old woundings, old pains. And this could even be things that you brought over from a past life, right? That they just don't make sense. Like feeling like certain phobias or certain fears. They don't all come from this lifetime. Like, some come from past lifetimes. So this is a day to introspect, self-reflect, and use the optimism to start something new, to bring new beginnings in your life. Like, what is holding you back from doing that? Like, it's almost like I'm hearing, like, listen to your desires, to what you want to have in your life. And why are you so afraid of going there? What is preventing you from going there, right? And Jupiter and Uranus are bringing so many opportunities to you, and they might just snap you into a new life cycle, something new, okay? So especially if you have your sun around 19 degrees, you're going to have a lot of expansion happening. And this total solar eclipse is going to help you remove all the blocks, right? So how can we manifest? If we don't have any blocks in our body, well, we always have some, right? Like, there's always something, because otherwise we would all be enlightened and beautifully meditating all day. This is not how it works, but removing the blocks one by one so you can attract and manifest what it is that you want, right? And when you have Jupiter on your sun, your moon, your ascendant, wow, beautiful time to do manifestations, right? And this new moon is about setting new intentions. And there's this beautiful ritual that I do sometimes on eclipses where I write down all the things that I want to leave behind, right? And I write down all the things that I would like in my life. And I burn all the things that I don't want, I burn them. Right? And the things that I want, I fold it in a paper and I put it under my gemstones. And this is really, you know, helping me manifest the things that I would like in my life. And yeah, it's been really helping and supporting me. So then we have Saturn and Mars in the 11th house, okay? So some of you Taurus are going through uncomfortable feelings when it comes to friends. There might be some truth coming out, like who's your real friend and who is not. So really listen to your intuition, because your intuition knows. You know who's right for you and who is not. And sometimes we always have this gut feeling, right? And it's just really hard to face it, because sometimes as well, like, I cannot imagine that someone is thinking this bad about me, but you know, we all trigger each other sometimes, and sometimes it's like our intuition is saying it, but because the person is not verbalizing it, you can't really put your finger on it. So listen to your intuition when it comes to your friends, okay? Some of you need rest right now, okay? Taurus, take some rest, right? South Node, like some of you are leaving a job even, like leaving a job, and maybe you're in between jobs right now, so take the rest you need. And yeah, I mean, especially if you're an early rising Taurus, you have Pluto on the midheaven, which is creating huge changes in your career, okay? Huge. The Chariot. So you're up for some success there. And what I like about the Chariot is that you have this yin and yang, right? It's like dark and light. So it's about integrating your dark side into the light, and this is going to create the success that you want. Okay? Are you thinking sometimes from the ego, or are you sometimes trying to go too fast, make money too fast, right? It's about one step at a time. Okay, the Well. This is not really an official tarot card, but I love this card. Look, it's beautiful. This is someone who's looking out for something new. You're looking at it, but you're not fully there yet. But you're about to go there. Okay, you're about to go there. So, yeah, this person has a pendulum. Look at that. So it's about, some of you maybe want to ask questions to your pendulum. And I don't know, I'm seeing some doubts. Like, I know where to go, but I'm doubting it. Why, Taurus? Why? It's time now to really step up and follow your gut. You see, the Fool, be the Fool. Like, I'm seeing you think a lot, right? Like, having so many thoughts about what to do. It's time to follow your guidance and your gut, because it's very strong around this time. It will be a bit uncomfortable, but also it will bring so many beautiful new things in your life. So I want to make this a positive video, because I feel like everything negative is always bringing us to something positive. And this eclipse is definitely triggering new beginnings. So go for it. Don't be scared. Listen to your gut and you're going to be fine. So thank you for being here, my lovely Taurus. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. I always read all my comments and I'm super excited to have you here. So thank you so much. Let's move on to Gemini. So Gemini, this total solar new moon eclipse in Aries is going to be in your 11th house. So this has to do with your friendships, your community, right? This has to do with networking, getting out there, being more out there. So you are looking for the right tribe for you, okay? The right people to be with. And you're going to see that maybe the people that you are with are not fully embracing you for who you are, or you're feeling a little bit uncomfortable being fully your authentic self. And right now, this is something you're going to heal. So maybe some of you are going to speak up about something about yourself. You're going to talk about something personal or something that's going to let people in a little bit more, okay? You might find a new tribe, a new group of friends that are going to support you for who you truly are and where you feel like so much more embraced. At the same time, Jupiter and Uranus in the 12th house, you're going through a massive spiritual awakening, right? Jupiter and Uranus together, they can even bring a Kundalini awakening. So some of you maybe have been going through Kundalini awakening, or you have had very vivid dreams, a lot of ideas. So I can recommend you, Gemini, to really write down your ideas so you can do something with it later. Then we have Saturn and Mars in the 10th house. And 10th house is about your work situation. It's about how you're seen in public. And there might be some frustrations when it comes to the work. It could be because you have to work really hard. Like Saturn can make you work very hard. And Mars is always a bit impatient, right? It wants to take action. but Saturn is going to kind of bring you back and say, okay, Gemini, take it easy, don't go too quick, one step at a time, okay? So even if it's hard in the job, you're going to be rewarded, because Saturn is just testing you to see how committed you are and if you're able to deal with the work that you're doing. So you might have gotten more responsibilities, and it could be quite, you know, tough, maybe some over hours, or, you know, you're working a lot. Maybe you would want to earn more money for the work that you're doing, but ultimately Saturn sees things and will reward you, okay? So keep going. If you don't have a job, because Saturn can also restrict or maybe prevent you from finding a job, and it wants you to take more effort finding one. However, Gemini, soon Jupiter will be in your sign, and that's going to be a great new start for you. 6 of Cups. So there will be something maybe with your childhood friends for some of you, like reconnecting with friends from your childhood, like talking about how things used to be. At the same time, because this South Node is in the 5th house, okay, some of you are gonna stop dating. Maybe you're like, you know, I'm gonna focus on my friends, my community. I'm just perfectly fine hanging out with my friends. I'm gonna let go of the dating scene for a while. At the same time, this could be someone coming back, like old romance coming back into your life, and you bring this person to your community, or you might meet this person, you know, around your friend group. If your children are growing up and, you know, they're old enough to be on their own feet, it could also be that you're going to focus less on the kids, because maybe they're studying, maybe they're like in different, yeah, they could be like in different places, and you could be like, you know, I'm going to focus more on community. Yeah. I'm seeing these plants. It's like you're planting new seeds, and you're spreading maybe the word about something as well. It could be that you're promoting something that you're doing. Just keep in mind, we do have Mercury retrograde, so it's not the best time to start like campaigns or campaigning something. Yeah, I would wait until after April when Mercury is direct again, unless you have Mercury retrograde in the chart. But at the same time, we have a total eclipse and total new moon solar eclipse. So yeah. King of Cups. This is about feeling empowered to feel your emotions, okay? Feeling empowered to feel who you truly are and how you're truly feeling about a certain situation. And I'm feeling like you're going to be on top of something that maybe before was bothering you, but now really you're going to take things to the next level, and you're going to be okay with a certain situation. Like maybe you left something and you're like totally in peace with it, right? The Empress. You are not afraid anymore to face your fears. I'm seeing like, you know, bring it on. Bring it on. I'm ready. I'm good to go, right? So that's going to be the vibe for you for this upcoming total new moon eclipse in Aries. So thank you so much for being here. Leave a comment below how this resonates with you. And yeah, if you want to book a private reading, you find my email in the description box below, and I hope to see you next time. So thank you so much. Let's move on to Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For you, we have this new moon total solar eclipse in Aries in the 10th house, which is about work. This is about authority, about being in the public. And some of you are going to maybe take a more of a leadership position, or you're working on being in the public, and this could be a bit uncomfortable, okay? This eclipse can show you what makes you uncomfortable of maybe stepping up. Maybe you're feeling like you're not good enough to be in a leadership position, or you find it difficult to you know, put yourself first. Maybe you are always saying to other people, you know, you go first, you don't do this, and you're skipping almost yourself. And this eclipse is going to tell you like, hey, you can do this job. You can get there. You can do it. So these uncomfortable feelings will come up so you can heal them, and so you can feel better about yourself in a job or having your own company, right? Maybe you want to start your own company and you were doubting about it, but now it's the time to face your fears and to literally step up. Yeah. Jupiter in a conjunction with Uranus in your 11th house. So this is a beautiful time to spend with your friends, okay? Although during the eclipse, even though it's a bit of a rusty energy, okay, it will empower you. You're going to find new ways on how to step up in the job, and your friends might be the ones that are going to help you, right? You don't even have to physically be with them. Maybe you're gonna text with them, or you're gonna have a call with them, and they're gonna bring you so many new ideas. Okay, this card wants to jump, so I'm gonna... Ace of Swords. You're gonna have a massive opportunity to break some karmic cycles, and we have Saturn and Mars in the 9th house. So it has to do with your belief systems, right? Having faith in yourself. Like maybe you didn't believe that you were able to have a certain job, or that you were able to do something that you love and make money doing that, right? And that's certainly possible, but we have to believe something in order to achieve it. Because if you don't believe it, how can you get there, right? For some of you, you could be away from family for a bit. This could be for a job, moving away from your hometown. This is because the South Node is in Libra in the 4th house. And 4th house is about family. It's about your living situation. We have the world. So, you know, Cancer, the world is at your feet. The world is open to you and open to different opportunities. So I would definitely, and I see all these other signs. I feel this is your community, right? I'm seeing like Leo, Taurus. I'm seeing this community of friends that are supporting you to help you to achieve the things that you want to achieve. So yeah, this is time to focus on community, spend time with them, and confront these uncomfortable feelings that make you feel that maybe you don't deserve something. And why do you think that? So now it's time to ask yourself these questions and to break old patterns, belief systems, right? Old paradigms, like maybe you are so fixated on one belief system, and now you're going to open up to other possible belief systems as well. Right? So yeah, that's my message for you, my amazing Cancer. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below how this resonates with you, and I hope to speak to you and see you next time. Let's move on to Leo. So Leo, we're gonna have this whole bunch, this new moon solar eclipse in Aries in your 9th house, right? 9th house has to do with traveling, belief systems, studying. So if you're studying something and you feel like, you know, you're giving up, or maybe you were thinking about studying something, and we have Mercury retrograde, and here there's like an ambulance or police, so there's a siren, so there's something you need to pay attention to. Like Mercury retrograde is maybe bringing you back to an old study, picking up an old study, thinking about studying something that you thought you weren't capable of, right? And you're gonna change your mind about something, okay? Some of you are traveling, and you're going to travel back to a place where maybe you've already been. Just be aware that during the eclipse, everybody is a little bit out of their sorts, okay? So everybody's a bit upset, you know, and a bit on the edge. So if there is a bit of a delay, you know, that could happen. But this is also about your patience and your belief systems and how you see life, okay? Jupiter and Uranus in the 10th house. Amazing placements for career. So if you haven't found a new job yet, okay, keep looking. It's a beautiful time to find something new. However, with Mercury retrograde, it's not the best time to sign contracts unless you have Mercury retrograde in your natal chart or you're going back to a company you already worked for. Okay, so just be aware, like it's not like you can't sign anything. It's just that you need to read the contract very, very well. Okay, then we have Saturn and Mars in the 8th house. Okay, and there's a lot of, because 8th house is ruled by Scorpio. This is about cycles, vicious cycles, the things that keep happening, keep bothering you, the same, different people, same cycles, or, you know, similar situations that keep happening. You could be confronted with something like this, okay? In order for you to break this cycle. There's so much rain outside, it's crazy. I'm here. I don't know if you can hear it in the video, but yeah, we so need it here. I mean, Spain has been so dry, like the south, so we need some rain. So I'm actually super happy it's raining, and I'm also very happy that, you know, I have a reason to be inside to make a video for you. Okay, Saturn and Mars in the 8th house in a very sense could mean someone is passing over. Okay, I don't like to say passing away. I would like to say pass over. They make a transition, and it's about you accepting and, you know, dealing with that situation. You know, and it's not always death, 8th house, right? It could also literally be a death of the old version of you, ready to leave behind what is no longer serving you. And sometimes, because Mars can piss you off a little bit, sometimes you have to be angry about something to really let it go, right? So if you're an early degree Leo, you're going to have, you know, between 0 and 5 degrees, you're going to have an opposition with Pluto, Sun, Moon, Rising, okay? So there might be some confrontations and projections going on, like things are not 100% clear. Okay, we're 5 of Swords. I don't know why, but some of you Leos, you're a bit bored. Like you're a bit bored with life. You're waiting for new things to happen, like ready for a new adventure. Like some of you are in an in-between phase, like thinking, what's like next? What should I do? And then I'm hearing like patience, you know, all the right things come at the right time. Okay, 3 of Wands. So you're in a transition, in a transitioning period where you're going to have the guts to do it, right? Like maybe you were afraid to get out of the comfort zone for a while, but you're ready to do it. And you're ready to take these actions, okay? You're ready to go to the next level. And you're going to be like, you know what? Why not? Let's just do it. Let's go for it. Let's face, you know, Ace of Cups. This could be new love even. This could also be a new love for yourself. Maybe you've been doing some meditation practices and you felt love that you haven't ever felt before. And this is just something really special and really amazing. Yeah, the Lotus. Yeah, I'm feeling like this, something in you is awakening and you see things from a different perspective. So be brave, my lovely Leos, you can do it. Get the job or look for the job that you want, okay? Just be aware of Mercury retrograde and keep calm during this eclipse. It will shake up things, but it will bring you in a new direction. Maybe some of you are moving or traveling, you know. Be aware, there could be some delays or some shakeups, okay? Stay calm and you're gonna be fine. So thank you so much for being here. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel. leave a comment below how this resonates with you. And I hope to see you next time. So Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For you, we have Aries. So this new moon total eclipse in the 8th house. So this means breaking down uncomfortable feelings, cycles, and you're gonna have to look within to really look at your vulnerable side. Like maybe what is preventing you from being intimate, vulnerable with people? Like what scares you to be fully your authentic self, right? And this can be in an intimate way, but this can also be like being vulnerable with other people, but even being vulnerable with yourself, okay? We do have Mars and Saturn in the 7th house, okay? And you have an opportunity to break cycles that have been happening in your relationships that, you know, have been making you very uncomfortable. Now it's time to let those go. And this could be by feeling about or thinking about it, feeling it. This could also mean that literally someone is coming in your life to show you these lessons. This could be with your current partner. This could be someone you're dating. They might be doing something that is triggering an old pattern, and this could be quite shaky, okay? But this is a beautiful opportunity to meditate and let these karmic cycles go so you can really commit, so you can be vulnerable with people, vulnerable with yourself, right? And that's gonna really help you. So some of you may be deciding to go into therapy, couples therapy. You could be having some interest in tarot or astrology, and you know, this is gonna help you get more information on what has been going on in your life, on the cycles that's been happening. And you know, you don't want to get stuck in a maze where you're just analyzing like about your past, but it's about understanding yourself better and also finding what God means to you. You have Jupiter and Uranus in the 9th house. This is a beautiful placement to have faith, to see the beauty of life, right? Maybe you want to be more in nature, or you're spending a lot more time in nature. It's a beautiful placement for traveling, Jupiter and Uranus, okay? Like a lot of Virgos have been traveling lately, right? And it will be until May in your 9th house. So definitely beautiful times to travel. Although around the eclipse, it's always a little bit like delays, a bit of chaos. So if you're traveling around this time, stay calm. The Hermit. Okay, some of you have been around people a lot and you're feeling like you need to be a little bit more by yourself. It's like, but some of you are not listening to your intuition. Like something is happening and your intuition is telling you, but you're feeling like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to listen to it. I don't know what to do. But I feel like you actually do know. You do know. But maybe give yourself some time until you're sure, until you're 100% sure. The Lovers, look at that, right? Maybe some of you want to be away from your partner. Some of you are in love, but you need a break. I need a break. I need to be away for a bit. I want to focus on work. Look at that. I want to focus on my career at the moment. So there is a little bit of like, do I want to be with people? Do I want to be alone? Like, maybe you want to be alone around this eclipse time. It's going to be quite intense. And Virgo, let me know in the comments. I'm a Virgo myself. We're a bit of hermits. Like, I can be around people for a while, but then after a while, I need to be alone. I just need a few days alone and I'm ready and back to face the world again. But to be around people all the time is very draining for me. Even though I love everyone around me, but it's just all the time is a lot. And sometimes I need to be just away, like recharge. I look so extroverted, but I'm actually more of an introvert. Like, it can really, like, I love spending time by myself. So that's definitely the hermit. And a lot of Virgos are like this, right? We can be very social, but ultimately we're quite a hermit. South Node is in the second house. So watch your money. Okay, don't overspend your money. If you are in a joint bank account, make sure that you make good agreements, okay? Maybe you have to overlook old papers, old tax papers, joint bank accounts, like maybe you forgot something or something is not fully right. It's time to double check if everything is in order, okay? Anyways, that's my message for you, my lovely Virgos. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below how this resonates with you. And I hope to see you next time. So let's move on to the next sign of Libra. So Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We have Aries in your 7th house. So this Moon Solar Eclipse is going to be in the 7th house, which is all about relationships. So you're gonna really heal so much when it comes to your relationships, okay? This is about where in your relationships or past relationships you felt you couldn't fully be yourself, or maybe you're feeling awkward, or you know, you're afraid to really show people who you truly are. And now it's time to dig deep and see where that comes from. Like, why do you feel uncomfortable? Why do you feel like maybe you've been overly giving or focusing too much on yourself, and now it's time to bring back the balance, okay? Like, yeah. So, you know, it's a bit confusing because I understand it's like your Libra ascendant, especially Libra ascendants, right? But the South Node is in Libra, which is cutting off relationships, and the North Node is in Aries, which is standing up for, you know, going into your leadership. But the way I see it is to not lose yourself in relationships. That's the lesson here. So if the relationship goes, it meant that maybe you couldn't fully be yourself in this relationship, and it's time to let it go. And if you are with the right person and maybe you feel like you can't fully be yourself, it's time to talk about it. Reflect. Why can't you be fully yourself? And your partner will understand, you know, so you will talk about it and go through it. Yeah, Jupiter's in the 8th house. It's a beautiful placement for investments, money. However, Mercury retrograde is not a good time, either marriage or contracts or anything, unless you have Mercury retrograde in your chart. And I don't want you to freak out, you know, if you're gonna get married. I mean, it's not the best time to do it around an eclipse, I have to be honest. But if you do it, you decide the energies, okay? Because ultimately you can change your mindset, you can change the energies, which is important. Saturn and Mars in the 6th house. Watch your health, Libra. If you feel unwell, if you don't feel good, go to the doctor. That's my recommendation. Also, there could be some conflicts with colleagues around this time, or some difficulties, some gossip with colleagues, or maybe, you know, you are taking on all the work and your colleagues are not doing as much and you're feeling just overwhelmed, like I'm doing everything. So there might be some frustrations there. So I'm getting 5 of Swords. I'm feeling like some of you had enough with a certain situation, and it's like, it's time to let it go. I think you're gonna, some of you are filtering people at the moment in your life, like people you want to keep. 5 of Pentacles. I'm feeling that it's time to nurture yourself, okay? I'm seeing this, people holding each other. And maybe you should tell the person you love or the people you love that you care for them, that you love them, okay? And I'm feeling like a worry about money, maybe. Worry about how to distribute your money. Like some of you are worried how to distribute it, how to maybe invest it or what to do exactly with it. Knight of Cups. Okay. Some of you are ignoring a little bit your intuition, how you're feeling, right? Like, yeah, why am I feeling this way? And then maybe run away from it. But this eclipse is really wanting you to face it, to feel it, and to see it, okay? Yeah. Anyways, that's my message for you, my lovely Libras. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below how this resonates with you, and I hope to see you next time. So let's move on to Scorpio. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So for you, we have this new moon, total solar eclipse in Aries in the 6th house. This has to do with your routines, your health, your pets, your routines, your work, okay? And maybe you felt like you had trouble following a certain routine, and I'm feeling like you're gonna get back to it. You're gonna be more in control of your day-to-day life. So maybe you're going back to the gym now. You're gonna take more action on your work. You're gonna feel more focused, and you're gonna heal your insecurities. So maybe something make you insecure, or you know, you feel like you're failing at your work, a little bit of an imposter syndrome. But now you're like, you know what? No, I can do this. I am really good at this, right? I am good at what I do. And it's so normal to have doubts. Like, everybody has doubts. It's just about talking yourself into it and making sure you're prepared and making sure you're ready for what is about to come. So Jupiter and Uranus are in the 7th house. So this is a beautiful placement for relationships. So Scorpios are in a cycle of relationships, especially up until the end of May. You have a chance of meeting someone. This could even be the one. This is a, you know, period for marriage. However, now with Mercury retrograde, right, I don't really recommend it. With the eclipse, there's a lot of shakeups. I would definitely wait until, like, you know, May. I think that's a lot better. And also it will be Taurus season, which is amazing for you, okay? Mars and Saturn in the 5th house. So there might be some difficulty coming up with the kids, okay? Some frustrations, or you need to take care of them. Make sure that they are being heard and seen, and that you, because they might come up to you, maybe angry because you didn't see something. Try to listen and see what you can do for them and what you can help them with, okay? At the same time, if you're an early degree Scorpio, you're gonna have Pluto on the cusp of the 4th house, and this is creating a little bit of changes in the family, okay? This could be creating a bit of dramas, secrets coming to the surface, a bit of uncomfortable feelings. Queen of Swords. Like, some of you are a bit on your own at the moment. It's like, I'm feeling like I can't be bothered. Like, you've been through so much, especially when the eclipse season was, you know, surrounded by you. And for some of you, right, if you're early degree Sun, Moon, Rising, you have Pluto in a square with your Sun, Moon, and Rising. So this, you're just like, you know, I am done with the BS. I'm gonna just let it go. So you're just, I'm feeling this I wouldn't say powerful and empowered at the same time. But yeah, you're gonna just let it go. And you're definitely focusing on your routines and your work, getting stuff done. So it might be a bit busy. And you might think, you know, can I do this or not? But yeah. Also, watch your hormones, okay? Hormonal imbalances might be coming, or like even some fevers, because we have a lot of fire energy in the 6th house. This could create fevers or heat flashes or hormonal imbalances. 7 of Wands, okay? So there could be some uncomfortable things, maybe when it comes to work, that you're gonna have to battle. You're gonna have to stay calm, collected, which I know, Scorpio, you're a master at that. I'm a Scorpio. rising and a Scorpio moon. Like, even though I'm cooking on so many levels from the inside, I'm like bursting, I'll keep my composure until the end. And then at home, I'm like, rah. It's a talent. Let me know if you have the same. But yeah, it's like I'm keeping it together, even though it's so hard. But when I'm home, it's like, rah, I'll let it go. So yeah, maybe you're gonna need this talent around this eclipse, okay? 8 of Wands, opportunities. So there could be like new clients, new jobs coming in. Just be and make sure that, you know, it's not a great time to sign contracts. I always say that with Mercury retrograde, if you really have to, make sure to check everything, because above all of that, it's also an eclipse. So it's kind of a triggering energy. So make sure that you read things clearly, because everything is a little bit shaky around eclipses, okay? So keep the composure, and but I'm 100% for embracing your feelings, okay? I'm not saying shut them away, but this is something you probably need around this eclipse, okay? So yeah, can be quite busy with work, busy with romance, but also some obstacles might be coming up. So be prepared for that, okay? With Saturn and Mars in the 5th house, it could be like your partner thinks you don't spend enough time with them, or the other way around. Some uncomfortable feelings could be coming up that now you need to break, like some old pains, thinking that you're not good enough or you're not creative enough. You have to think about those kind of things, right? So that's my message for you, my amazing Scorpios. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below how this resonates with you, and I hope to see you next time. So let's go and move on to Sagittarius. We have this new moon total solar eclipse in your 5th house, right? Fellow fire sign, and this is going to trigger for you to heal your inner child. So you're gonna maybe getting some flashbacks about your childhood and the things that you need to heal. This is also about your creativity, like what is preventing you from going after your dreams, after your creative stuff. Oh, hey, beauty. Oh, she's on my lap and she's so cute, and she's been sleeping here, right? You've been sleeping here. Say hello to all my Sagittarius viewers. Oh, I love you so much. I love you so much. Oh, yes, sweetie. Love you, love you, love you so much. Go have a nice nap. So yeah, you have Saturn and Mars in a conjunction in the 4th house, okay? So a lot of things are confronted with family. Like I said, inner child, family. Some old patterns might be coming up, and it could be a bit uncomfortable, but you have now the chance to break a lot of ancestral patterns that have prevented you from stepping up. Maybe going after a talent that you've been suppressing, that you've been hiding. Maybe some of you want to start a hobby that you want to make a job, and you know, maybe your family is against that. So it's time now to heal what you think, yeah, what's been preventing you from being fully creative. Also, 5th house is about romance, right? So it could be that you're meeting someone new, and some insecurities could be coming up. It could be that your family doesn't agree with this person, or, you know, there could be some struggles there. Or family patterns, you know, you feel pains coming up maybe with a dynamic that your parents or grandparents went through, and you feel a little bit triggered with the person that you've met, okay? But definitely there is a chance of meeting someone new, having a new start with that person. Work could be, you know, there could be new clients coming in because of Jupiter and Uranus in the 6th house. Just be aware, you know, we do have Mercury retrograde, so it's not a great time to sign any contracts or to, you know, I'm having a bit of a brain freeze. Buy any electronics. So yeah, it's time to oversee things, okay? So maybe you've been doing some things in the past and you're picking that up again. All right. Wheel of Fortune, okay? So the fortune can change for you at this time. Strength. So maybe you have to go through like a certain cycle in order to receive this fortune that you've been waiting for. Like maybe you think like, oh my God, I'm so unlucky and this is so hard, but maybe it will actually be the best thing that ever happened to you. And I had situations like that looked like the worst things that happened to me and turned out the best things that happened to me. Same with people. Like I've met people that really, really hurt me and really tried to sabotage me. But it turned out they pushed me in a new direction. If I hadn't met them, I wouldn't have changed my direction. So actually these people were the biggest blessing ever. 8 of Wands, you see, a lot of opportunities are coming your way. So be strong, and you're going to have to really filter what you want to focus on, okay? So this is very important. But like I said, like I had so many situations where I thought, oh, this is the worst. Like, how did I not see this betrayal or what this person did to me? And now I thank them because I can see that they were there to put me on a new path. And also, look at this card, Strength. Because of them, I'm so much stronger, mentally stronger. I'm able to handle so much more. So I always thank people that even though they're not so friendly with me or they are doing something that, you know, if you're on this path, you do trigger people consciously or subconsciously. And that's because you touch their shadow side, like put a light on the darkness, you know, like, don't shine all this light in my face. Yeah, so, yeah, but it's a blessing. Sometimes it's a blessing in disguise. So remember that, Sagittarius, that's my message for you. I hope you like this video. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see many more, and I hope to see you next time. So let's move on to Capricorn. So Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to have this Aries new moon total solar eclipse in your 4th house. Okay. And the 4th house is about family. It's about family dynamics. And, you know, some of you are moving, but there could be a bit of stress around that because it's an eclipse. Eclipses are shaky. We also have Mercury retrograde. So make sure that you don't sign any new housing contracts. If you have to, go over it and read it pretty, like, you know, go over it 100 times, I would say. And if you can wait until after this eclipse, I would definitely do that because this eclipse is making everything a bit shaky, okay? It's also triggering you with your family. There could be a lot of healing taking place, a lot of old pains are being healed. So childhood traumas could be healed now. You do have Jupiter and Uranus in the 5th house that are helping you to become more playful, to become more creative. So you could have a lot of creative outbursts around this time. And that's also healing your house and home situation. Like you're starting to see things from a different perspective. Okay, we have Saturn and Mars in the 3rd house. So there could be some difficulty with siblings. Okay, there could be some confrontation, some, you know, some difficulties. So if that happens, look in the pattern, stay calm because, you know, like I said, this eclipse is a bit shaky, but it's a huge opportunity for healing. And it's going to bring you that towards a new beginning that is going to set and last for a long time. So sometimes we have to let go of something in order to regain something new, okay? So whatever comes up between you and your siblings, this might be a beautiful lesson to break a karmic cycle, right? And I'm not saying leave them behind or walk away. No, sometimes you have to talk about it. Sometimes you have to go inward to see things more clearly. Also, 3rd house, watch out driving around this day, okay? I'm just saying, don't drive too fast, don't drive too crazy. Like people in general around eclipses drive a bit like different. But especially for you with Saturn and Mars in the 3rd house, especially Capricorn rising, take it easy, take it slow. drive slowly, don't go in the car upset, okay? Also with communication, there might be some frustrations about communication with people. So just think things through before you say them. And really, you will thank me later because it's good to be prepared around this day. All right, the Empress. Like I said, you're going through this creative outburst. Like you're going through a romantic cycle, creative cycle, like you're seeing life completely different at the moment. Six of Pentacles, give and take, right? So you have Pluto in the second house. So this is time to have a good balance of give and take, because Pluto can hold on to money or overspend money. So you're learning some lessons when it comes to money, and you have time now to face it and to heal it. So there could be some money situation with the family that now is being resolved, okay? That can be resolved around this time. Yeah, I'm feeling like, you know, some of you are definitely, I mean, this is not the month to start something new necessarily, or going into official commitment. Like I would wait until like May, but you are in a love cycle, okay? Some of you are a bit worried about work, okay? Worried about, do I earn enough money with this job? Is this gonna pay my bills? I feel like you need to have faith and grounding, because Aries in the 4th house is telling you to ground. It's, you know, the first chakra is red, Aries is red, it's in the 4th house. So it's time to ground yourself and to believe in yourself that yes, you can make money with the things that you're doing. Just give it time and don't make reckless decisions, which I don't think you're doing, because Capricorn, you're a step-by-step type of person, right? Like you can first work part-time and then do something on the side, and then slowly work towards your new, like maybe a full-time self-employed job, or towards the dream job that you want, okay? So that's my message for you, my amazing Capricorns. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below how this resonates with you, and I hope to see you next time. Okay, let's move on to Aquarius. So Aquarius, for you, we have Aries in the 3rd house, okay? So this eclipse will be in the 3rd house of communication, siblings, neighbors, okay? Yeah, you are, maybe before you were traveling more often, and now you're feeling like, I want to see my nearby surroundings. I don't want to travel so far anymore. I'm going to see where I live. I want to connect with my neighbors, and you know, you're healing this wound of maybe being so restless and being in different places. And now you're gonna try to find this happiness in your surroundings by learning about your neighbors and speaking to them. Maybe before you didn't say very much, but now you're like, you know, what are they up to? Like, who are they? I want to get to know them. So this curiosity. You're also healing part of speaking up. Maybe you're learning that it's not so scary to speak up, and you're healing this wound. Like maybe you have a fear of speaking in public or writing. Maybe you want to write something, but you feel like you're not good enough, and you're going to overcome these doubts around this time. So that's super beautiful. Jupiter and Uranus in the 4th house, okay? Like some of you have just recently moved, you're selling a house, buying a house, but we do have Mercury retrograde, so be very aware. I would wait until May if you can. If you can't, just check the details very well of the contract. Okay, Mars and Saturn in the 2nd house. There are going to be some disruptions when it comes to your money, but also Pisces is the 12th house, which indicates subconscious feelings. So you will get to face the subconscious blocks that you have towards money. Maybe you believe you don't deserve it. Maybe you don't believe it's possible for you. And maybe you do have a lot of money, but you're feeling like, you know, it's tough to have it. Like, what do I do with it? So there will be some money issues coming up for you. to heal. So you have a chance to break karmic cycles when it comes to money. Like maybe people want to lend your money, or it's like people make you pay all the time, and you're gonna speak up and say, listen, let's split. I mean, I'm Dutch, so let's go Dutch, right? We do like that, I have to be fair. But yeah, it's like about speaking up on your uncomfortable stuff. And also it's about your self-worth, right? Like you will get to face the areas in your life that you're a bit uncomfortable about. Okay, 7 of Cups. Look at that. It's like where you were wearing a mask because you were scared of a situation. You're gonna take it off and you're gonna be like, you know what? Let's face it. Let's see it. I'm going to speak up. I'm going to speak my truth. This is what I think. And, you know, I'm no longer going to wear a mask and pretend everything is okay, because maybe it's not okay. And it's safe for you to speak. 10 of Cups. Look at that. Because if you're with the right person, the right friend, the right situation, you would feel safe to speak up and you wouldn't feel scared, okay? And if people get triggered by you telling the truth, of course it can trigger people, and especially if you're hitting their woundings. But if you're not honest and truthful with yourself, you know, it's like you're wearing a mask on the inside, like you're wearing a mask to yourself, telling it's all okay. Knight of Pentacles, King of Swords. So it's time to stand up for yourself and to step up in the situation and be truthful to yourself. Be honest, right? Also, this is a massive opportunity you can have with your siblings. You can heal a lot of things with them. You can talk things through, and this could be very healing. Maybe you have to go over a situation that happened between you, and now it's time to resolve it and to heal that, okay? And we have Venus in the 3rd house, right, of communication, in the sextile with Pluto, that for some of you is on the ascendant, on your sun or your moon, making a huge transformation in your life, right? This is for early degree Aquarius. Huge changes. And this is gonna bring you so much more strength. You're gonna like be a powerhouse in a few more years, like Aquariuses. You're going to go through it, but you're going to be so strong that it's going to be like a conqueror, right? You're going to be like a light working soldier, but in a non-aggressive way. But you're going to learn so many things. So I see it in a positive way. I have Pluto in my ascendant, right? And I had to go through many things in my life because they bring a lot of cycles, a lot of difficulty. But I'm so grateful for having it, because I learned how to see different aspects in life. The sirens outside, you see? Like, really, it was, and it made me very observant, and it made me very aware. And there are different ways to deal with Pluto. You can use it for the bad, but if you use it for the good, you can be really helping others transform as well. And you know, in the highest octave, like Scorpio has layers, Pluto has layers as well. So it's important to take out the darkness so it can go to the light, and you can help other people transform, right? Plutonic people get people out of the dark and pull them out. If people have like Pluto in the midheaven, they usually have like this tough jobs, right? Like firemen, or people who work with like drug addicts, or people who are abused, because you know what, they've been there, done that, they know what it feels like, so they have the empathy and strength to get you out. Okay, so I love Pluto. You can see it on my channel. I have so many videos describing it, because there is a dark side of it, but there's definitely a really good side of it. If you work with it well, you can do so many beautiful things with it. So anyways, that's my message for you, my amazing Aquarius. I so appreciate you. If you want to see more videos, subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment below how this resonates with you, and I hope to see you next time. So let's move on to Pisces. Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. For you, we have this new moon, total solar eclipse in Aries in the second house. So this is really all about money. So you're going to find new ways of making money. You're going to have more self-worth. Maybe in the past you didn't feel good enough, like you were undercharging, not charging enough for your services, not asking enough salary, and you're like, you know what, actually I deserve this. I am good enough. I should get a bit more salary. I should get the things that I want, right? Not with greed, but you know, healing these woundings of like working too much for too little. Like you can ask for a bit more, right? Then we have Mars and Saturn in the first house. And this could be a little bit difficult. Like there might be a lot of responsibilities that you have to deal with. And, you know, especially if you now have around 14, 13 degrees, your sun, moon, and rising, this is a bit of a tough time for you. But this is creating strength. And Saturn is there to make you stronger, to teach you lessons about responsibility, authority. So if you're running away from responsibility, things get worse. If you deal with it, you will be rewarded ultimately later. Anyways, I'm just gonna name every word from the dictionary until I get the right wordings. In my head, it sounds really logical, but then I say it, I'm like, nah, maybe that's not correct, right? Anyways, so money opportunities, standing on your own feet. Like some of you are going from a partnership, or you had a breakup, or you know, you're just not working together anymore, but you're going to work now for your own money and you're going to be so proud of it. Jupiter and Uranus in the third house, like your communication skills are off the charts. We do have Mercury retrograde, okay? So no contracts around this time. If you do, read it very carefully. Not a great time to buy electronics. If you do, get a guarantee, right? So it's just being a bit more careful. Plus it's an eclipse, right? So you're gonna break a lot of karmic cycles when it comes to your identity. Like, am I good enough? Like your unworthiness or like shame, these feelings might come up, and you can heal that. You can heal that around this time. You're going to be so much more sure of yourself. 5 of Pentacles. But I'm seeing these people on the card, like be so gentle for yourself, Pisces. Like see how far you've come already. Like some of you, I don't know, I see people where you have very vivid dreams, especially if you have Pluto. If you're an early rising, you're going to have Pluto in the 12th house. Very vivid dreams. Neptune in the first house. So your meditation and yoga practices, all these things are going to help you get through all of it. Emperor, look at you. It's like you're being triggered to be a big boss right now, okay? It's like Saturn and Mars. It's like, you know, you're going to be calculated, but not like in a bad way, but like in a planning way, planning your things, planning your money, knowing your worth. It's time to change. Let go of these uncomfortable feelings. The Magician, you know, I'm my own magician. I can decide how I want to make money, where and what. So I feel a lot of good things for you. Okay, hang in there. If you have Saturn, you know, on your sun, moon, and rising, it's temporarily and it's gonna shake things up a little bit. It's gonna make you, sometimes you need to be in a little bit of a downy place to see the truth, and it makes you stronger and you can handle so much more. You're gonna be triggered into leadership at this time, triggered into a new cycle, letting things go that no longer serve you. A lot of karmic cycles are being let go of, okay? A lot of cycles, especially, you know, if it's on your sun, related to your identity, your father. When it is on your moon, it's about your emotions, facing your emotions, your cycles with your mom, right? They can reoccur to trigger you. So if you're triggered about something, it's very often something from the past that is repeating itself, okay? So anyways, that's my message for you, my amazing Pisces. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below how this resonates with you, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you so much for being here. Bye bye.